GM to YouTube. We start every video this way now. This is just what it is. Today, we're talking about Trouble Brewing. And if you're wondering why we are talking about Trouble Brewing, isn't that garbage and nobody does it and it's dead content? It got buffed, bro. It got buffed hard. This is like a couple months ago. It got buffed very hard. So it has insane XP rates. So the reason you would want to come here now is you can get 200k cooking XP an hour, and then a split of 100k XP an hour between Fletching or Hunter, whichever you prefer. So roughly 50k Hunter, roughly 50k Fletching, and you can tweak that depending on the levels you need. This does not scale, okay? So last night, we got here on the new fresh Hardcore Ironman. Shout out, by the way, at twitch.tv/Gnomonkey. You can check out the streams on the new Hardcore. We came here at level 9 Hunter, and in one game, we got up to level 28 in one game. So it's really, really good for skipping super early levels. So we have very low cooking, very low Hunter, and very low Fletching. It's insane for skipping the early bad levels. It's super, super good. Pointing is scary. My bad, my bad. Okay, so what do you need to get here? What do you need to get here in theory? You need the Quest Rum Deal, which requires these: 42 crafting, 50 fishing, 40 farming, 47 prayer, 42 slayer. Not the lowest requirements. It does take a little bit to get here, okay? You can boost these stats. So you can buy a farming pie in the Cook's Guild, and you can also buy a fish pie. So 47 fishing, 37 farming. You also need Cabin Fever, which is the quest after, which takes an increase to 45 crafting, 50 smithing, 40 range, 42 agility. And then this quest unlocks Trouble Brewing. So it's not the lowest requirements in the world. You can't do this like straight off Tutorial Island or anything, but you can do this fairly early and kind of rush it to skip the early super bad levels. So that is absolutely massive. Where is Trouble Brewing, by the way? The easiest way to get here, just minigame telly. Just minigame telly. It's super far out of the way, and after you complete one game, you can buy teleports to get back here. So that's huge. You also need one other person. So I'm here with my main. If you just get a friend who also wants to do Trouble Brewing, both sides can play the game at the same time with no issue. You're not like fighting against each other. You're just both skilling on both sides. So if you can get one friend to do it with you, you're good, or any alt account that has access. If you've made an Ironman after your like main or something like that, this is a really good excuse to boot it up. There's a 3-minute timer between games. If you have an alt and you hop worlds, you can wait out that timer by going in the lobby early, and then you just instantly start the game by joining. Oh, one more thing to mention before we even start. Gear needed to do this. You cannot bring any items in your inventory, okay? But you can wear items in. You cannot wear a helmet. You can wear Graceful. Graceful's really, really good. You're going to be running around in a lot. Any Graceful you can get and any agility levels you can get before doing this is good. 52 is not ideal. Don't do this. Higher agility is definitely better. If you can get like 60 or so, that would be a lot better. Graceful helps a lot as well. Better axe is better. Dragon axe is really ideal. I have a rune axe for now. That's fine. Also, woodcutting level makes this faster. So woodcutting level will improve this. And I have a log basket. You get a log basket from forestry. You buy it with 5,000 bark, 300 willow logs, and 300 oak logs. You don't need this, but it allows you to 3-tick in the minigame. So if you don't care about that, it's fine. You'll still get really good rates. This can improve your fletching a lot if you're willing to go get the log basket first. We found a method. You can just AFK forestry and slowly get it over time. We found a method to force spawn. We found it on YouTube. I'll put a link to their video in the description, in the Reddit post probably. Basically, you can force spawn forestry events. The way this works is, it works the exact same as Motherlode. When you start mining on the vein, if you go away from it for 30 seconds, and you come back to go mine the vein, it'll mine in one ore, right? So the timer's up on the ore vein. Forestry works the same now for any forestry tree, and it checks for spawning random events for forestry when you chop the tree down. So what you can do is go to a solo tree and hop 20 to 30 worlds, chopping the tree, just clicking it, and instantly, you don't even need to chop until you get a log. Chop the tree, hop world, chop the tree, hop worlds, repeat like 30 or so times. And then you can hop back through those list of worlds from the beginning, and you'll chop each tree instantly in one log. When the trees get chopped down, you're going to get random events really, really, really fast. So if you wanted to get bark really fast, it's a good way of doing it. Highest level forestry tree you can do is better. So if you can do like magic trees, that's best. Yews are really good. I was using Arctic pines on this account. Arctic pines work well as well. So all of those are pretty good. If you want to get the basket, that's only if you want a 3-tick. Don't need it. Otherwise, just wear a graceful cape. Cool. All right, that's my forestry guide within my guide. Didn't think you get a 2-for-1, did you? So because Gnomonkey's on the other side, as soon as I hit join, It's going to put me in the game. I think it actually bugged out. That is strange. Oh, I'm in the game. Okay. I had to leave on my other account? I don't understand that. Whatever. Okay. You're in the Trouble Brewing lobby right now. The only things we care about, grabbing a knife, grabbing a tinderbox if you want a little bit of passive fire making. It's like 20k fire making an hour, like tops. You can claim that if you want, and get about 10 meat. You want to change this to take 5? You can do that with custom swaps. So just make it take 5 with your left click, and then get about 10 meat, okay? We're going to run out here. Before you start the game, mark the mound and the scrapey tree here, okay? Mark both of those. There's also one on the other end of the island. We're not typically going to be using this, but you could. So mark this and this as well, okay? If you have a log basket with a teak log in it, just check it and pull it out. So now I can tick my nip. Okay, so the main breakdown of what we're doing here is you're using this rat meat on this grub mound, okay? And you can spam it 1 tick like this, okay? Until something happens. Either a swarm spawns or it just depletes. It can deplete like a tree. If the swarm is alive, if you run to this blue tile in the tree, this is its aggro radius. So it'll stop attacking you immediately. Okay? And then as soon as it despawns, we're going to go back and put meat back in. So you can see the Hunter XP drops now. Like we're cooking. So now it's just depleted. So we're running back and forth from the tree. Once the tree chops down, you're going to go back over, throw more meat in the hole, repeat. Repeat over and over. And this is me tick manipping the tree. It's typically a 4 tick action. I'm making it 3 tick. So this is, what is that? 25% faster, whatever it is. Slightly faster rates. Okay, so swarm spawned, run over to the blue tile, and you'll see it just stop in place. And back to chopping. So we're just going to fill our inventory. You also get a bit of woodcutting XP as well. It's not a ton, but it's not bad. If you're ever waiting for something to respawn, like both are down, you can grab a regular log. That'll give you passive fire making. And we're going to wait for the tree to respawn, and then we'll finish filling the inventory. If you're ever getting unlucky with the meat, and it's just like depleting over and over, you don't necessarily have to use up all the meat before we're going to leave. But we're going to roughly fill the inventory with both of these. Okay, we have a full inventory. I'm going to throw a log in here. This is how you get passive fire making. I've marked this boiler to tell me when it's ready to accept another log. Okay, so you throw a regular log in, burn it, 320. If you had like 1 fire making, this would be a good way to get early levels for that as well. Okay, not bad. But we're going to take our stuff up here. If you throw your log in the bottom like this, we can fletch super fast. Watch the drops. You ready? It's not bad. So these hoppers have little paintings behind them. So this is the sweet grub hopper. We're going to 1 tick this as well. And now the cooking comes in. This has the bark sign. We're going to 1 tick this. And you can see it's just absurd. We're hitting 460k an hour right now. That's not accurate, right? But you can see the rates are insane. The XP drops are just nuts here. Oh, we need to go grab more meat. So every time you're going to go restock for more stuff, this is the whole method. This is the loop, and that's it. So you just go get more meat. Run over, dump meat in hole. Don't clip that. And then run over to the tree. Repeat until level 99 everything, basically. So this method is insane for skipping early levels. Maybe after like 70s in these stats, it's not as good. But it's very, very good if you're like early on an iron or even early on a main. Like I could see this being really good. Obviously on a main, you can like buy most of this stuff. But I think it has like, it definitely has relevance, like even for mains, I think. Because it's completely free. There's no input cost. You just come here and get ridiculous XP. I don't think there's much else to talk about. I think that's it. So we just play out the game and show the XP rates. Have you mentioned disease? Hey, speaking of disease, I'm diseased now. Totally forgot. When you cut the wood, there's a small chance you get diseased for 4 disease damage. And the way this works, you probably don't even know what the heck that is because it's not used almost anywhere in the game. disease targets a random stat and then drains it by 4. And that sucks if it targets woodcutting, because the lower your woodcutting is, the lower your success rate is on the trees. So what you can actually do, and this is its one use in the entire game, is wear Inoculation Bracelet, which is a ruby bracelet. No one's heard of that either. That protects you from around 200 disease damage. You just wear it and you'll take 0 hit splat disease. So you can actually wear those in to protect yourself and not lose your woodcutting levels, which is kind of nice. Okay. All right. Okay. So we finished a game. 20 minutes. You get 100 pieces of 8. I'm told it's a piece of 8 per thing you deposit in the cooking pot. So I cooked 100 items. So that gets me 100 pieces of 8. That's the cap. Okay? 100 pieces of 8 is not bad. What can you do with that? The answer is not very much. But there are a couple things that are nice. There's a couple things that are nice. First of all is these rums. And both of these are the exact same, even though there's 2 of them and they're different colors for some reason. I don't know why, but they cost 20 pieces of 8, so you get 5 per game. And these teleport you straight back here, and they're a 1-click teleport. Don't trust these to be safe, because I think they're kind of weird, and like you keep getting hit as you teleport. So like maybe don't use it on your hardcore to get out of Colosseum, but like you can teleport here with that, so that's kind of nice. And the other thing is the stuff. This is 50 pieces of 8, so two of these per game. These are nice for brewing stuff. I believe it makes it a 65% chance when you brew an ale, it becomes mature, which is nice for Chef's Delight. There's a handful of ales that are nice for boosting things, so that's kind of nice. The rest is cool cosmetics for your clog. So if you're a clogger, you know, this is a thing you can do. The rest is irrelevant. It's just these 3 that matter. These are the only things that are non-cosmetic. So the pieces of 8 aren't a big deal. We're mostly coming here for the XP. And it's starting to dip a little bit. But like I said, you expect 200k cooking and around 100k split between Hunter and Fletching, right? That's what you expect with every single game. So not bad. Not bad. Overall, this lets you skip a lot of the early levels and potentially grind things that you really, really want to get done. We were talking as well, roughly, if you wanted to really push the Fletching for Scobo, if you wanted to just skip the cooking XP and just straight Fletch, with Tick Manip, you should be able to get around 170-ish K Fletching XP an hour. So there's a lot of flexibility. You can drop XP somewhere to get it somewhere else. Kind of just depends what you need, what you value. Oh, yeah. Fuck EHP. On God, for real, for real. Shit is not bussin'. All right, that's it. Stay cool. Like, subscribe, follow, tweet, comment, all that good stuff. Have a good night. I love you, YouTube. Peace.